Welcome back to the Rowdy Studio. I'm Buzz Cutler. This is Bass Masters. Bass Masters.
Yes.
Best Hendrick driver
Yeah,
over the
wasn't
past,
good.
10 races or so. I'd have to go back and look exactly
Kasey
where it started.
Kahne?
Kasey Kahne.
Yeah.
Best Hendrick driver in this chase without a doubt.
Well, first of all, it says a lot about Kasey as a driver, as a talent. It says a lot about Kasey's relationship with his crew chief, Kenny Francis. It also says a lot about the character of the guys on that team.
Absolutely.
In Red Bull Racing.
Absolutely.
We know that future of that whole organization. Now, some of those guys may come over, probably will come over to Hendrick with Kenny Francis and Kasey Kahne. But a lot of those guys back at the shop, they don't know what their future holds, right? And they've still performed in this chase every race. They've given Kasey great cars, and they've stayed focused, and they've performed. And that's impressive to me. And if you're still out there, as I know Jay Fry is, trying to find a buyer for this thing, you know, that says a lot about the character of people you have in your organization. So my hat's off to those guys.
Yeah, it strikes
and
me as a little late to find a buyer of
Me too, and
note.
it's sad.
Yeah, and the other thing that you can't help but wonder when you see the performance of Kasey Kahne over the past, let's just say, 10 races and winning the penultimate race of the season, it does put into your mind that maybe there was more potential with this Red Bull Racing team than perhaps they had the patience to realize. And by they, I mean, of course, the Austrian suits.
The Austrian overlords.
Who pulled the plug. You know, Kasey Kahne, perhaps the most talented driver Red Bull has ever had.
Oh, I think without a doubt.
Right? So, and all of a sudden, he and Kenny Francis are able to put cars on the track that can be competitive. It took them the better part of this season to do. So it just makes me anyway a little remorseful that perhaps Red Bull Racing pulled the plug a little too soon. Now I understand.
Well, it
I
might
don't know
not have
what
purely been performance
I don't know what the
related.
numbers are. I
Right.
also know that they like to win. They don't like to finish, 15th, 16th, just in terms of their corporate culture, and perhaps they were losing money. I don't know, but it just, I couldn't help but think, it seems a shame that they're not seeing this through to the next little step.
I think it also says that the talent of a driver can bring to bear is still, you kind of sometimes you sort of get lost and you feel like it's the car. And, if you give every guy a great car, then every guy can perform. And I think some guys know how to get their car right, and some guys know how to perform when their car is right. And some guys know how to make up for their car when it's not right. And Kasey Kahne is showing a lot of those characteristics. And that kind of says to me, as I think Dale Jarrett said on the broadcast yesterday, when he gets to Hendrick Motorsports with Kenny Francis, which is a big part of this deal, that's going to be a formidable tandem.
It is going to be a formidable bull
that
tandem. And the thing I'm going to be looking for out of that tandem is something that we haven't seen during the course of Kasey Kahne's impressive career, which is consistency. So that's the thing that I am hoping Hendrick Motorsports and their operation and their culture might bring to complement Kenny Francis and Kasey Kahne's talent and chemistry.
But don't you think those guys are showing quite a bit of chemistry in this chase?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Consistency in this chase.
Absolutely. Well, consistency over a span of races. What we've seen from Kasey Kahne is up year, down year, up year, down year, up year, down year.
Well, I don't think you're going to have a down year next year.
No.
I don't think so.
No, this bodes well for that organization. All right, for Bassmasters, I'm Buzz Cutler. Thank you.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.